RCS. They had
Alright, hi everyone. Sorry. Hey everyone, welcome to Zelda Speedruns. We have today the Zelda 2 Randomizer Max Rando Tourney. Grand Finals Game 1 between Level and RCS. With me is Nightcrawler. Sorry about enjoying me mid-sentence, but hey, we're going. Here on Restream.
My girl, this race is what all true warriors strive for. Come on, I had to. No, we're not doing... Okay. Well, yes.
Oh. Okay, I forgot to update the gems command. The rest of it's accurate.
Alright, so, yeah, RCS versus levelengine. This is going to be in a very exciting race.
Yeah, it should be, RCS, the defending standard champion, level a consistent runner, making it to the grand finals here. They faced off in winners finals, actually, where RCS knocked level down to the lower losers bracket, and where level is now one to come back.
Nice. So, I missed last week's game, unfortunately. So, has level gotten a win against RCS, or is this the first game of the grand finals?
So, first game of Grand, so this should be a good one. As
Nice.
they're both ready, so let's set them off. I took the liberty to boot up the seed beforehand. They have a fairly generous start today. It's kind of silly. They start with 3 lives, 4 gems, 7 heart containers, fairy spell, spell cell, life, shield, boots, and hammer.
Gosh, they're so spoiled.
Oh god, I know. I was like, really? When I booted it up, I was like, that's what they start with? Sure.
And it's 2 gems. They can just walk. They can just walk it out, basically. Well, they'll probably need to get the glove, but it's less commonly needed in this version of the randomizer than in previous versions. So they can,
and we're off.
with just 2 gems to place, they can certainly.
Oh, it's 4 gems.
4 gems.
Sorry.
Okay.
I forgot to update the command when they update everything else.
Still,
all right.
They might not have to look for the glove. The only thing that could really stop them is a glove requirement in GP. I think statistically they have a good chance of completing 4 palaces without the glove.
They do. As we see Saria here, well, they know that they start with a life spell from here, so that's junk.
Who needs a bridge when you can just walk on water?
Oh, and we have a caldera biome here in the west. Hi, Palace 3 or 6. There's Rando, which is a town they don't have the spell from.
Early P-bag. That's a little bit of a help.
That is always nice.
getting heart levels when you got 7 heart containers to start out with.
Yeah, I was like, why is RCS taking life too? Hello? Hey, item cave here. For RCS, levels found their way somewhere to the caldera here. I think it's trying to get through the other side of the caldera right now.
Alright, those red Dairas are worth 100. Not bad, not bad. Not maxed out or anything, but could be worse.
Yeah, I'll take that.
So is levelengine going through Jump Cave?
This is a pass-through cave from the caldera, if I was keeping track correctly, but...
Yeah,
that's Jump A.
That was Jump Cave, yeah. I'm not sure why. Usually you want to get as many items as soon as you can, or at least explore what you can without going through pass-throughs first. Go east to find the red jar.
Very useful game, very useful. Very, very handy. Totally needed to know that information. Okay. Caldera biome is interesting that it's very segmented. Hello,
Maze Island.
Connector to Maze Island. They're south of Saria.
I guess RCS wants to get some more relatively free items from the Western continent first before going there. Don't blame him, I guess. The enemies in Maze Island can yield a lot of experience, but they do, generally speaking, have a lot of hit points. So,
yeah, because it is intended to be a later game area. As there's the magic key for RCS. They did have the race room named Wonderful Magic Key, so I suppose it's appropriate.
Nice. And with a magical key that they got, I mean,
Oh,
there's really no
okay.
reason.
Okay.
All right.
Flew right outside, right by the Western Continent connector. Thanks, game.
It might as well have a bow on it, really.
Might as well. That's just free. As you see, Palace 2 here.
I suppose you're going to look for the second item first in hopes that it's the glove, and then return and finish B2.
Yep, flute for a level.
Because B2... it's really hard to say how many glove blocks any palace will have in the new version of the randomizer, but in the old times, it was one glove block, and so that's not so bad. I really should ask Digshake if there's any sort of correlation between the original numbers and what it's like now. But there's the magic key for level engine, so not far behind RCS. We're only 4 minutes in, so nobody could possibly have that much of a lead right now. Imagine saying like someone's 5 minutes behind 4 minutes into the race.
Yeah, it's a forge error because I forgot to update the command when setting up. I booted up the seed, I wrote down what they started with, I told Royale what to track, and I forgot to update the command. Whoops! Forgot one thing. Yeah, well. Yeah, this is a 4-gem seed, so they have some flexibility in what palaces they can choose to dig. But Palace 2 is generally one of the shorter palaces, so it's usually a good idea to try it out, especially if it's pretty accessible like this one is.
Gotta be taking on this... it's hard to believe, but that is a Tektite in this game.
Yeah, they look part of it's just the game's age. A lot of it's the game's age and what the Zelda series looked like then, is that a lot of the enemies really don't look like anything like their counterparts from later games in the series.
Right.
I generally can't remember what most enemies are called for that reason.
Wow, 200 for the red
Nice.
Dairas. Lizalfos. So getting up to attack 3, that's going to be really good if he's going to be jumping into Palace 2 pretty soon. That's a very comfortable level, attack level to go into Palace 2 with.
And Nightcrawler's got a fan going in the background. That's what's up for that. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It will calm down eventually. I think it's calmed down a little bit now. Not quite.
It's not like it's drowning you out or anything. Just a little distracting. It could be worse. Also,
Usually,
this looks like. Yeah,
go for it. Usually, when I got my computer on, it takes a few minutes for it to for it to stop doing that. And I just got home, so I just turned my computer on.
Yeah, no worries. Glad you made it in time. Also, this Maze Island looks like it only has one continental connector, which is somewhat of a rarity. There's the second item. That took, I think, RCS walked over just about every single tile that wasn't the item of Maze Island before finding it.
Yeah, I think there is a quicker way back than the way he came to, so he's probably kicking himself a little bit, but...
Yeah, Magic Jar's nice.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, RCS did for just almost every single possible place that wasn't it. Kind of in the middle of, yeah, just north of the palace. Yeah, he went south after coming in from the west and just didn't run into it.
On the subject of my fans, I actually looked into getting some new fans recently, but apparently the company that I want to get them from doesn't make them in the proper shape and size to fit this case. So... I'll have to figure something else out.
Yeah, also free as heck helmet head.
Oh yeah, he's sick.
You go down, and hello.
Well, a lot of the health appearance comes down to like which continent they appear on. So since he's on the eastern continent, technically part of Maze Island, it makes it look like he has less health than he does. But I think that was the normal health for him.
Looked like it, yeah.
But yeah, totally free to get there.
That was just the first room, pretty much. Yeah, as Trail said. You get in the door, you go down, you go right, and hi, Helmet Head. Level in the meantime, just clearing out more stuff. Here's Jump Cave, so ooh, takes a death.
Well, that's one gem down.
One gem down, 3 to go.
And I suppose he didn't want to look for the item in P2. It is a bit annoying since you have to travel to the left, but I guess if you've already taken on the boss, it doesn't really matter.
Yep, there's Palace 1 in near the Calderic entrance.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, there's a very strong chance of being able to complete this without really picking up any more items. And so I think RCS is going to be placing his chips on that.
Yeah, and the thing with it too is, as reminds us in chat, is that in the newest version of the randomizer, in 4.0, item rooms can be from either direction since custom item rooms exist, and they don't have to be strictly from one direction.
Right.
A lot of custom rooms aren't. Oh, looks like Spell turns everything into whatchamacallit, Spellbles today.
Oh, well, the fairy spell.
That's an entertaining room.
He can cast fairy though, so he just needs to take a death here.
Anti-fairies, yep. Did I mention I tend to keep mix up which enemies which?
Well, they're called anti-fairies in later games, but they're called bubbles in this game. You can call it whichever you want.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. But that's confusing because there's actual bubbles in the game too. Like, literal bubbles.
Yeah. Yep, gotta love Zelda naming conventions. Alright, but yeah, this is Palace 1 for level, Palace either 3 or 6, we're not sure which, it's the Caldera Palace for RCS.
He's hoping for P3, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely.
They don't have downstab, do they?
Nope.
So they may want to be picking that up. If this is P6...
That's 3, I just saw the windows here in this
room
that
right.
RCS is in.
Good point.
Yep, those are P3 windows.
Good observation there.
Yep, me for once actually remembering what P3 windows look like. I tend to forget.
Boop, 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 boop. I just realized I could have done the... if the music is from levelengine, I just did music totally out of sync with the rest of the viewers. Looks like levelengine has found an item.
Nice, as RCS has tracked down Rebenak.
Oh,
just a key.
That's rude.
Just a regular old key, not even just nothing really, and not even a P back for level there.
But he is in P1, so I guess I don't blame him for looking for the key, but I think RCS probably has the right idea.
Yeah. Oh, you did, Trails? That's unusual that I'm the one teaching you something about C2. Normally it's the other way around. But yeah, no, the windows actually how you tell them apart. P3 windows have those kind of 6-segmented ones. P6 has straight bars up and down.
Right.
And I learned that from someone else. I don't remember who off the top of my head.
It might have been me.
Might have been, yeah.
I've done a little bit of digging in the graphics of this game.
Yeah. Also, it looks like Fairy is just barely castable at Magic 3. Looks to be in the low 50s there for cost. I'm not sure the exact amount. Bit of an ouch for P1 since you are hard Fairy blocked or Fairy or Glove blocked immediately in it.
Mm-hmm.
RCS took a death to Reba first try. Going back for try number 2 should hopefully be good.
Yeah, it seems like he's got a very solid approach right now.
And there goes.
12 minutes. Well, let's say 13 minutes in and 2 bosses down already. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're not wrong, Trails. The other thing too with Palaces 3 and 6 is telling them apart. Sometimes you can find the windows, but oftentimes with this version of the randomizer, you just find the boss instead, and that's how you figure out what the palace it is. You find the boss.
Interesting. RCS is RCSY. I thought he was doing an experience abuse. I thought he was going to get like 1,000 extra experience.
Apparently he is anyway. Die.
Yep. Oh no, actually. But he is going to get 3 levels out of this palace, so that's pretty
nice.
good. That works.
Yep. Nice convenient 700 point P back there. That was rather nice.
Yeah. I'm sure he was hoping for the glove just in case, though. Whoa, did those bots take more than one hit from levelengine?
Maybe.
He's got attack 3. Interesting.
Huh. Ooh, and that's death. Horsehead being a little trolly today, it seems. P1's also very much fairy or glove blocked looking at that room.
Right. It's really cool. A lot of these custom rooms are, jump or key blocked like this one, or fairy or glove blocked.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit more diversity than you get from the vanilla rooms. So the community rooms are pulling their weight there.
Yep, and there's Horsehead finally. And there goes. Nicely done. That is Level's first gem.
And a P-back dropped. Well, that's no problem if you got the any key.
Yep. There is at least that, so they don't have to ferry through doors, because ferry's just barely castable for level. And I'm not sure it's all that much better for Trails. We'll find out. Not Trails. RCS. Brain.
No, Trails is playing too. He loaded up the seed. He's already got three gems placed, probably. Slow down.
It lagged for RCS.
See, Zelda 2 had the original bullet time. Wow. Oh my god.
This is pretty bad.
Yeah.
And Fairy did not get any cheaper between Magic 3 and the Magic 4.
Oh, yeah, so RCS is in P1 also. I didn't really get a good look as he was entering, but I think that's the room that levelengine cast a spell in, and I think just the savings in Magic alone probably was worth it for levelengine there.
Yeah.
At the same time, RCS did go through there without dying, so there's that. You didn't have to take a death.
Mm-hmm. Hammerblocked Cave there by P1 was junk. It looks like we've got either Rauru or Mito here. That's Rauru. That's useless. They started with Fairy, which is in here. Just kind of out in the middle of the east. Time to go further southeast. Height.
Alright, so that's the Fairy Cave. Guess he doesn't want to use it. I don't blame him, I suppose.
Not really. Caldera biomes, at least, are very compact often, and this is no exception, so it's easy to remember where you're going in it.
Mm-hmm. We haven't really seen very much of Eastern Continent yet, which is pretty cool. Who knows what we're going to get.
I don't think we've seen the East at all yet, actually. Could be wrong.
Yeah, you're correct.
Because with this being a 4-gemmer, we do have to see the East no matter what. Alright. And there's Mito, which has Thunder. That could be a bit of a pain.
Skeeter talking about single frame manips, and I think Skeeter's a pretty good vanilla player, if I'm not mistaken. I think he knows more about this sort of thing than I do.
I don't either in particular. RCS under his way to Horsehead, because that fairy glove block there is like just a couple rooms out.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, camera acquired. Level will have an easier time on Ravenac with that, at least.
That's the third boss down.
Yep, RCS having less trouble with Palace 1 than Level did. Yeah, I assume Level read the hint for where the medicine is. I did not catch it. As there's P6.
Level. I don't know how useful Life 6 is going to be with 7 heart containers, but I mean, you take what you can. You take what you get at this point. Attack 4 is probably good enough for GP, so I'm sure he's fine.
Hey, Lemon Kitsune. Pretty happy to see me, apparently.
Lemon Kitsune is a big fan of yours, it seems.
Apparently so. Hello. Oh yeah, we still haven't seen a way to the east, and this Death Mountain connector, it does not look like fun. But I think that might be our only way east, is through Death Mountain.
Ah, levelengine is in 6.
Yep. Yeah, I caught the palace when he entered.
It's going to be a little nasty at attack 3, but he does have downstab. Does he have jump?
No, they have not. That jump is in the east today somewhere.
Well, you can technically jackhammer Barba without jump, but it's super tight timing.
Yeah, that's a rude trio of enemies to get greeted by. Make that 4. Ouch. Or even more. Yeah, this room does not look like fun.
It's taking care of him.
Attack. Yeah. That attack level made a real difference there. That's an amusing glove block there, custom room. Ah, gotcha, Lemon.
Oh, these red dyers are going down in 2 hits at attack 4. Pretty good attack 4 then.
Yeah, attack 4, even just in the previous room where there was like Dyras, I don't even remember what the heck else they're called. Multiple, I think it's like an iron knuckle thrown in the mix. It got attack 3 in the middle. It got attack 4 in the middle of fighting them, and that attack 4 really helped. Just a P bag. Well, that's 700 points at least. Not too bad for
their
troubles.
He could get a second level. Oh, he's definitely getting a second level out of this house.
Oh yeah, I mean it's really not that far from it. There it goes.
And it looks like he's saving up for magic or attack.
Makes sense.
Yeah, he's probably going to get to at least 1400 before he gets to Barba.
Yep.
Now, hopefully he doesn't lose that experience in a game over to Barba. That would be a sad time. Alright. We got the down step for RCS now. God mode enabled.
Yep. Yeah, camera acquired, as the NPC says.
Mm-hmm. If enemies can pass through doors, are they in their fairy form? Yeah, all the enemies are actually townspeople, and then when the townspeople cast fairy, they turn into monsters. That's why when you go into the towns like Darunia, if you talk to enemies enough, they'll get sick of your shit and cast fairy and turn into monsters and kill you. This is deep lore that you only learn from, extensive Zelda. Oh, ouch. Oh, no!
Oh, that feels bad for RCS. He doesn't look all that happy about it either.
He got a bit lucky on the first spear, but the second one, not so much.
Yeah, Level's running on really, really low health here. And really low magic. Yep, there it goes.
RCS not too pleased about that P-bag there?
Yeah, I can't imagine he would. We did see a hint also. I didn't catch the medicine hint on the RCS's side. It's in Palace 2, which RCS did not get the item out of, so might need to go back for that.
Well, that was a medicine.
Yep, which was Thunder.
Oh, we know it's Thunder. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because Mido, they checked the hint in Mido for Thunder.
Cool. So, gosh, I don't know if he's going to go back or not. I think with RCS's personality, he will go back.
Mm-hmm. Like, it's good information if nothing else, but whether or not you go for it now or if you wait to see if Thunderbird's required is a tough call.
I think Trails would skip it and RCS would take it.
Mm.
But I mean, like, RCS is playing for the finals, so he might be willing to take more risks.
Yeah, we just saw I think that was the item room there for level, which looked to be junk, question mark. I think it was a blue jar or something. This P6 is being P6.
RCS willingly went into P6 also.
Yep.
I don't know. I kind of think, hey, you got to go to the east anyway, and you're going to be going back to Maze Island, because I think that's where P2 was, right? Is it Maze Island?
P2 was in Maze, yep.
So you could go to P2 on the way to east, get medicine out of there, or whatever it was out of there, trophy medicine, and then continue on to the rest of east from there. But
yeah, it's an interesting choice that both are choosing to dig a very P6, which is proving to be quite long, as per the usual, on a 4-gem seed.
Skip P5 and VOD? Yeah, and I guess they don't have Reflect yet, do they?
No, Reflect is who knows where.
Sorry, I meant skip P5. Yeah, I guess that's true. If they don't want to be digging Reflect, this is probably the better choice.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and level decides to up A. This is P6 being P6, just long, slow, and annoying.
Although, truth be told, I kind of prefer P5 to P6, just because it's, I don't know. There's less shenanigans going on with the rooms, or there was. I guess it doesn't. There's no correlation now.
Yeah. Alright, level decides that they don't want to sink any more time in P6.
Well, I mean, that is a decision that I can respect. You know, not falling for the lost whatever prophecy, lost goods fallacy, whatever it's called. I totally got one of those words wrong. Sorry.
It's alright.
Someone in chat will know. Sunk cost fallacy, that's it.
Yep.
Yeah, Mir got it.
Alright, level's gonna go dig. Gonna go,
Ooh.
RCS did and fail at finding the item in P6 for several minutes.
Interesting. He got glove blocked.
Yeah, I think we thought. Don't remember if we saw that room from level, but yeah.
I don't think we did, and the fact that level was in there for longer and noped out makes me think he probably explored most of the other paths. So it kind of seems to me like Barba's probably behind that that glove block.
Yeah, I don't think there's really much of any other paths like this. Our level spend a lot of time in P6.
Oh, RCS is out now too. Wise choice.
Yeah, looks like P6 is not completable at the moment with their current equipment.
Yeah, P5 is. Oh, we got Medicine Cave here on RCS's side. The gem placed on levelengine. Let's see if he goes for the item.
My honestly knowing it's medicine, and does look like he wants to keep going. So.
Yep.
Now this could take a while. This piece 2 is one of the shorter palaces, but it could still take a bit, since Helmet Heads is the first thing you see in this palace.
Blue jar at the end of that medicine cave for RCS. Looks like all the goodies are on Eastern.
Yeah, they started with a lot of heart containers, so there's a lot of junk to be found.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, the grand finals, they start with a lot of stuff. You're doing a lot of stuff anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yep. RCS is headed to Oh. No, this is a direct Oh, this is Death Mountain. Okay. Okay, a Death Mountain exploration is a strange call. A strange choice by RCS, I think.
I was just actually going to address that when you found a moment, Nightcrawler. We have seen, I'm pretty sure we've seen every inch of the West, and I think we've seen every inch of Maze Island. You've definitely seen every inch of Maze Island, courtesy of RCS combing the whole entire place looking for the second item that was right by the palace. We've seen every inch of Maze Island. I'm pretty sure we've seen just about every single inch of the West. The only way east looks to be through Death Mountain.
So there was no bridge to Maze Island?
Appears not. They're just because continental connectors are shuffled. There just seems to be only one continental connector in the east today, and that's the one to the west. Not to the west. There's only one continental connector to Maze Island, and that's the cave to the west. Doesn't appear as though the game ever gave us a second, because it can give anywhere between 1 and 5 of the continental connectors per continent. Well, Maze Island typically only has 2 or 3, but oh goodness gracious, they have a Caldera of Death Mountain too. That's for me for a slight loop. Those look very similar. Yeah, both due to there's the item and there's medicine for level. Not too bad.
Interesting that Level Engine's the one to pull that item out of there. Because with RCS taking this route, he's probably going to want to complete the next palace and immediately go to GP, which means he's not going to be picking up Thunder unless he backtracks.
Yeah, and there's a magic jar for Level who doesn't comb every inch of Maze Island looking for it, unlike RCS. That is a bit of a time save.
Yeah,
I Level might go Level Engine for the connector anyway.
I think Level Engine was a little behind at the beginning, and I think he's slowly taking back some seconds. I think Level, I don't want to say he's ahead because he's 1 gem behind, and that's a big deal. But I think wasn't P3 super duper duper quick?
P3 was took a little bit, I think.
Okay.
It wasn't free at least. And Magic Jar and Spectacle Rock. And this is the first of 3 matches. Their second game will be tomorrow at the same time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, and their third game is, if they need it, will be scheduled at a later point. Yeah, P3 I believe took RCS a little bit of time, but yeah, Maze Island usually has between 1 and 3 connectors from what I've seen. I've seen the East and West have up to 4 or even 5, I think, once connectors, continental connectors. It gets a little silly sometimes how many there are. Usually 2 to 3 is, 3 or 4 is fairly typical. East and West. West only has 2 apparently today, which is not helpful.
Oh, there's a bridge, and he can get there.
Yep, Booth's helping out a lot. That's a vanilla East by the looks of it.
Wisely checking to see if he's going to find...
Hammer Cave right here.
And he does. Yeah, I think even though there's a chance Glove is not going to be required, there's still possible spell items that they could pick up that would get them Reflect, which would allow him to get his last gem in. Possibly.
And also you're just right here.
Yeah.
But it
is like a minute and a half or 2 minutes to come in and come back out. Maybe even longer. So it's not free, but...
You're here, you don't want to... RCS would like to never have to hike back through Death Mountain to get back here, because it's a pain to hike back through Death Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
So this just might be him clearing out while he's here. There's Reabonax, so not the worst, and a second magic jar. Death Mountain, sure.
That's a bit unfortunate, because I think they could probably cast Thunder pretty quickly. Still, it's good to be able to go into a Thunderbird fight, with a little bit of magic missing and still being able to cast Thunder and not having the suicide.
Yeah, and there's Reabonax down for level at 32 minutes. Gonna get Thunder and go dig Death Mountain. RCS got to the bridge pretty quickly in Death Mountain. We'll see if Level does similar routing or if Level takes a while longer to find that bridge. The Caldera biome is kind of obnoxious for Death Mountain because it really, really segments things.
Yeah, I wonder if RCS knows the way back through here.
Good question. They do not want to die on the overworld once they get to the east, because man is hiking back through a real pain.
Mm-hmm. And it's a vanilla. I think we saw this a moment ago, of course, but it's a vanilla Eastern.
East. Yep. Vanilla East, everyone. Not vanilla shuffled, I think it's just straight vanilla. Yeah,
Right.
that's just straight vanilla. That palace on the island there confirms it.
So fortunately, that means RCS can get the glove really easy because he knows exactly where that water tile is.
Yep.
All right, if that is P5 there, he's going to be happy. If it's P4, he's not going to be totally happy.
No. We'll find out. And it is P5.
P5.
Alright.
So he's happy. Happy to see P5 is not something that usually happens.
Yep.
Oh, what the hell? Sorry.
Oh yeah. Winter solstice rooms. Snow indoors apparently looks like that.
Is Winter Solstice supposed to have custom graphics for that? Because that just doesn't make sense the way it is.
I'm not sure, but that's what that turns. But that's what I've got. That's the explanation I've gotten on it. Yeah, 7 magic containers does also guarantee the item in Nukasudu if necessary, but that's fairly unlikely at this point. Yeah, because the glove.
RCS did get to build up.
Ooh, raft tile in the Death Mountain there for level.
Yeah.
North of. That also connects to the east in.
But we haven't seen hide nor hair of raft.
No, it's in the east, unfortunately, so level has to go for a hike.
Yeah.
No saving you from that. I mean, if they stumble across the raft, level has a faster way back east, but level doesn't want to have to hike back to the east ever, so... dubious usefulness, I think. Level is also taking a different route through Death Mountain here. This is not where RCS went. This could take a while.
Yeah, Mirai is right. None of the other... Oh... And you know what? You know what's bad about this room? That lava's at ground level, and that's bad, because that gets buggy. So I'm a little surprised that this customer made it through, because that's one of their rejection criteria, ground level lava.
Yeah. Alright, level is gonna be here for a minute, trying to track down where... has seen the caldera, so knows that it's one of those Death Mountains. Caldera can be nice in some ways, but it also segments a continent quite badly, and it's really just a pain for Death Mountain.
But it's pretty.
Alright, Caldera... Level did find the correct cave to the caldera, because one of the issues is that there's only one cave that gets you into the caldera from either side, so you have to find that one cave.
Mm-hmm. But since it's segmented, you have half as many caves to check to find that one cave.
Yeah, caldera biome gets interesting with the Death Mountain for sure.
Now, I think Mirai was correct that, none of the other items really matter at this point, because, they could get, I mean, if it's a hidden Great Palace, they've got the flute and the hammer. I mean, they don't need Reflect, so they don't need any more spell items, except for the one that we know where it is in P2. So, no other items matter. They might help.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much. With this one being Vanilla East, I think Level's got himself, unfortunately, a pass-through cave back to the western half of the continent. That's a bit annoying. Or maybe, no, there we go. No, there we go. He's on the right side of the map.
I'm a little shocked. I'm a little shocked that levelengine did not pick up Thunder before going into Death Mountain. Because he's just making his life harder.
Yeah, and... Level spent the time to get the medicine, but didn't turn it in. And you know before going to Death Mountain that once you go, you're going to have to cross Death Mountain somehow or another to get to the east, and you don't want to have to hike back to the west and back to the east again to get your Thunder. Like, I'll just get it there in the first trip instead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, RCS is getting loop-de-looped around the map. Loop-de-loop around the P5. There are a lot of loops in this one.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I was kind of given Level Engine the advantage for going into for going into GP with Thunder. But by not turning it in, he's basically forfeiting that advantage because if Thunder is required, he's going to have to go back. If Thunder is required, RCS is going to have to go back. So either way...
I mean, he still... Yeah, and he still has to make a second hike through Death Mountain. Pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, the advantage that Level would have had by getting that medicine the first time in P2 is that you don't have to hike through Death Mountain.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because that's the giant time sink this seed is. If you don't get medicine before going east, you have to hike all the way back through Death Mountain again, and it's not the fastest trip, as we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you know the route, which is not the simplest, good luck, remember. Good luck. You still have to go all the way back through it, which is not fast.
Yeah, so I think with that, I'm going to have to put RCS in the lead.
I would agree with you.
Just factually, because, I mean, it's not like there's any other advantage that Level Engine has right now.
No, since, yeah, if Thunder's required, RCS just spends some amount of time to level digging out the item. Finally, there's Guma. That took a bit. RCS still... The amount of time digging out the item is about the same. You know, a second trip through Death Mountain is about the same. Yeah.
Don't die. Well...
Please don't die, RCS.
Well, maybe die a little bit to make it a little bit more even.
Yeah.
Oh, Attack 5 is not doing very well against Glasgow.
No, Attack 5 is usually a little bit more effective than this. This is, not very good.
I just saw today that someone had reanimated all the CDI cutscenes, or a group of people had. So that's pretty cool. Maybe something to check out if you're a fan of Derp. Alright. Now, Level Engine is traveling through the weirdness.
Yep, and let's see how long level gets lost in the loops.
Good question, Kitsune.
Good question. And alright, it's time for the look for GP time, which, it is Vanilla East, so there's only a couple places. It's either Three-Eyed Rock,
yeah. He's doing it, so he's not going for Thunder at all.
Nope, just gonna go straight to GP and see if it's there. But yeah, this is either Three-Eyed Rock or Valley of Death for this palace, with this being Vanilla East, so we'll see which one it is. Hopefully, RCS is hoping it's is Three-Eyed Rock and not Valley of Death, because that's a real hike. Oh,
wow, he's going back to get filled up on Fairy?
I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not sure what he's doing here. Fire.
Maybe he wants to get the free spell and hope that it's Thunder.
Maybe. Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Don't see straight vanilla maps too often, so I forgot. So I'm not sure if Nibiru can't remember if Nibiru being vanilla is actually intentional or not.
Yeah, I don't think it is. Like the vanilla spell, I don't think that's...
I meant the vanilla location of, like, it wasn't shuffled amongst the other towns. I can't remember how straight vanilla biomes work off the top of my head.
Let's see. Well, it's not shield, it's not jump, so there's an increasing chance that it is Thunder. It's not Fairy, so it's Reflect, which could be nice. It's Thunder or Spell.
Yeah, Reflect could be nice. Thunder is great. Spell is blech.
Yeah. Although, if it were Spell, then when they cast Spell earlier, when they have Fire, I think that was a thing in the previous versions, but I think that's not true now.
RCS has not found Thunderbird. He hasn't even gotten to GP yet. But yeah, at this point, level is solidly behind. About a whole P5 behind, effectively, and there are a lot of loops in this P5. I don't think level seems to be having about as much fun with loops as RCS was, so it doesn't really look like he's going to save any time on that.
Oh, wait, did Level not pick up the glove before he went into this palace?
No, apparently.
Why?
I don't know. To be honest.
I mean, hopefully he goes there after.
Yeah, gloves on the water tile, it's a Vanilla East.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that
basically
is
free, especially from where they are.
Yeah.
Okay,
they got
GP Vanilla.
Yep, GP's vanilla, because four P4s and 3-eyed rock.
And RCS is going to pick up this spell here. I don't know what it is.
It's
Reflect.
Which means that jump is in Nukasudo today.
I wonder if he's going to go for jump. I wonder what he was hoping for. Didn't he know that Thunder is in
He
Mito?
did. I know he read the sign. And he even got the hint for the medicine, so I'm not entirely sure what RCS is up to right now.
I mean, don't get me wrong, jump is good, but I don't know if it's worth the time investment. Maybe it's worth the time investment checking out Old Kasudo, but not New Kasudo.
Yeah, New Kasudo just feels like a bit of a hike, to be honest.
Well, that's such a weird, like first room for the palace that levelengine's in, because it kind of loops around and stuff. It's cool. I like it. I think something needs to be done with the graphics. Like there needs to be some sort of detection that the room is being used, and change the curtain sprites and the boss room layout to match.
Yeah, this P5 is full of loops, and I don't remember how RCS got to the boss, but there was a lot of loops involved, so he could be here for a bit. Yeah, level's getting loopy in P5 today as RCS goes through Valley of Death.
Dip, dodge, ding, I don't know. Dodge, dip, dive, dash, and dodge. The 5 Ds of dodgeball. Here we go.
Hey, not the worst, not the greatest.
Yeah, Kev got it.
Nice.
Oh, duck. Yeah, duck, yeah.
Yeah. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge as art level takes a death.
Oof. That boss Guma. Tough guy, but with shield and life level 6, he's not really doing any damage to levelengine, so... Well,
it does add up, and attack 4 is not doing much to Guma either.
Oh gosh, this is actually Danger Zone, but life spell, so...
Life spell's actually pretty good today. I think I free-filled, what, 2 bars?
Yeah.
That's better than... That's about nicer than, 1 bar, which it tends to be. And there we go! Level takes down Guma as RCS enters GP 4631.
Good, good. Why is this palace theme not in Smash Brothers? The other one's good too, but this one's also good.
Alright, let's see how long it takes level to go hike to GP. Not even picking... Okay, level now remembering the water tile exists. It might have saved him a little time in G5 by not taking a glove-blocked path, but I'm not honestly sure.
That was a pretty nice setup that RCS just did there with the blue folk. I've got to remember that very quickly and repeatedly getting into a position where he could attack without being attacked. I got to try that sometime.
Yeah,
simple.
GP hard glove block, so it's a good thing level stopped to get that glove. I thought he might walk out without it, which would have been a complete and total run killer. He's already behind, but there's no coming back from leaving the glove behind on the water tile.
Now it's really all a matter of... I mean... Yeah, if level feels like he's behind, he could take some lefts. He could gamble on that. I think that's I don't want to say the
entirely
only
possi-
chance.
Yeah, it's entirely possible that level feels behind against a runner of RCS's caliber.
And of course, it could take longer to get the P2 item than it kind of than I'm expecting if Thunder is required.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you going, RCS?
I'm not sure where RCS is going. I'm not sure why Level's trying to take the bridge instead of just walking over the river, but... Anyway. Gonna test here. Get disappointed that this is P4. And
we haven't seen RCS test fire since he was in that town, so we still don't know if it's Thunder.
Mm-hmm. Well, never mind, because High Darkling. GG's.
GG's. Well, it seems their instincts serve both of them well, not going for Thunder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think much of the difference is Level just digging out that medicine. Not all of it, but a lot of their difference between the two is digging out that medicine today.
Mm-hmm. I think Level would be at most 2 minutes behind. Yeah. Why are you going back to the pass? Oh, just
just nothing. All right, GG's to RCS, finishing with a time of 49:29.
Little fist pump there from RCS.
Yep, he's pretty happy about winning game 1. I'd be too.
Totally. Sub 50 GG's indeed.
GG's. And we'll get RCS in for an interview. Hopefully we'll get Level in as well. At some point.
Yeah, I bet we will.
Yeah, Level does look to be finishing out the seed, since not too far behind at the moment. At least see if GP sucks before quitting, which makes sense. We're pretty close.
Yeah, levelengine can't feel that far behind.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a pretty good race, all things considered.
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, GP took RCS all of 3 minutes. Pretty much just went in a straight line from start to Darklink.
Well, he did go up. He did specifically go up instead of down.
Hmm.
It just gone down. And I would have had a very bad time, of course.
Yeah.
Free P? Maybe. Oh, RCS is in the waiting room. I'm going to drag him here.
Alright, sounds good. Hey, GG's.
Hey there, thanks. So that was a pretty good and straightforward seed, except for if Thunder or Upstab was required, it was going to be a very long walk back to GP. That's all I could think the whole time.
Yeah, and levelengine actually got the item for Thunder and didn't turn it in before going through Death Mountain, and we were kind of wondering, like, why dig out Thunder if you're not gonna turn it in?
Yeah, no kid. I was really hating life when I saw that the medicine for Thunder was in P2, something I'd already done. That whole time I'm sweating it, thinking, oh, that's dumb, because I'm sure Level also did P2, and there's a decent chance he wound up with the medicine and is going to have Thunder. So, that and combined with, oh my, can you imagine from the start, if you had to up an A out of that GP, you're talking about going through Jump Cave to get to Death Mountain, go all the way through Death Mountain, several caves, maybe 6 or 7 caves worth of Death Mountain, to get to the bridge that brings you to the east, and then go all the way through the east in Death Valley. That's like a 7-8 minute hike.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Oh, yeah. It was, we were discussing, like, how, it was bizarre that, like, Level chose to dig up the medicine, but didn't get the Thunder, because it was pretty obvious, fairly quickly that if you wanted to get to the east, you really had to hike. There was no saving you from a really long hike. And so the best place, if you go to dig out thunder, you get it immediately, so you don't have to hike all the way back through again. Because jeez, was that a slow hike?
I mean, the only thing I can think of about that is just maybe Level forgot that he had the medicine. You know what I mean? That does happen on occasion. There's nothing on your subscreen menu to indicate that you have it. That's always been my biggest gripe about this game, even from the time I was 8 years old. So that's my only speculation. I mean, other than that, I mean, if you have it, you're cashing it in. Especially you've got to go there for downstab anyhow.
Yeah, and hey, Level's about to be done.
And yeah, he really only finished about 3.5 minutes behind you, something like that. Oh no,
It's
about
like
4
5.
minutes. 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh,
4.5.
oh yeah, it'll be 4.5. Yeah.
Oh yeah, GG to Level. I was also worried that the time I spent in P6 early was going to cost me, because that was glove blocked. If someone decided not to do that palace at that time, then that would have saved you. That would have saved you. Although if you weren't doing any palaces, it would have cost you because of that up and A situation that I talked about. So, I mean, you can't cherry pick them. You're either going to do them all or not do them. In all likelihood.
Yeah.
So.
And GG's to Level finishing second, 54-17. We'll see if we can get them in for an interview, and let's switch to the interview scene.
Cool. Yeah, very, very GG's there. I mean, that's still a fast time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd say so. The glove wasn't free. Just to find your way to the east wasn't free. You had to go through lots of Death Mountain to get there, and sort of had to, kind of know what you're doing, going through these caves using the new 4.0 logic to find your best way through. I made a little detour to pick up Spectacle Rock when I saw it. At that time, I still needed the glove, so any item was welcome.
Yeah, both of you went to Spectacle Rock. It was actually Level spent a little. I think Level took a slightly different route in GP. Like you got to the east reasonably quickly. Level took a little longer to find their way there.
Yeah, probably just a slightly different turn in Death Mountain would be my guess. Not necessarily a wrong turn, just didn't wind up to be as fast as what I took, I guess.
Yeah, and hey, I see Level. Hey, Level, GG.
Oh, thanks.
All things considered, your times were very close to each other.
Not even 5 minutes difference.
Yeah.
Figured if I do lose, let's not lose too badly.
No, that was a very, very good time. They both were.
And if it weren't for that, the medicine dig, it would have been probably 3 minutes or less. So,
did you have the hint for the medicine before you went into P2?
Of course.
Oh, wow. See, I didn't. I definitely had no clue. Otherwise, I definitely would have dug it out for sure.
So we were kind of curious, Level. So you picked out the medicine, but you didn't actually turn it in before you crossed the mighty, Death Mountain.
I realized it might be a little too late to go turn that in.
Okay. So yeah, you're sort of
not necessary no matter how I take the approach to return it. I mean, if there was ever a good time to trade that in for Thunderspell, it would be before going all the way through Death Mountain.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we were discussing how you really don't want to make that hike back through.
And I'm guessing that Level didn't stop for upstab either. Is that right?
Nope.
Yeah, that's good. I didn't either, and that would have been such a rude slap in the face because there was no cheesing it this time without a jump spell. If upstab was required, that's what we were getting.
And you did go into Naburu and picked up Fire RCS.
Yeah.
And you did an initial test, and it could have been Thunder, but I don't think you did a second test, right? So we don't know
I
for
did.
Sure.
It was spell. I did the initial test in the town, and I ruled out a few things. And then when I took my next encounter, it was spell.
Okay, we must have been paying attention to Level then. Yeah, so you're probably like, "Oh, this might be Thunder," and then, "Oh, sad face."
Yeah, at first I was just going pedal to the metal, and then before I got too deep, I whistled the River Devil, And then I said, I'm going to turn around while I'm real close. I'm going to grab whatever's in Nabaru. I wasn't even thinking about Thunderfire. I was just kind of hoping it was going to be jump, just to help avoid an upstab situation. And so, I was pretty disappointed with what I got. It was totally useless. I also stopped in Old Kasuto, too, and was incredibly pissed to see that was Reflect. Completely pointless.
So did I. Wait, Reflect? Why? I'm not going to need this.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it was such a slap in the face.
And I have to cross the bridge again just to get back on the other side of the river, too.
Yeah, highly annoying. That whole sequence that followed the 4th gem and grabbing the glove, everything from that point on was annoying. Having to go to death, through the Valley of Death for the Great Palace and all of it. And a very annoying Great Palace location, too. Like, did it have to be there?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I guess it was a quick enough seed anyway, and at least that GP wasn't very rude.
Gotta imagine Link just laying down in Northern Palace after that. Like, no, I'm not gonna hug you, Zelda. I'm sweaty from like 8 minutes of walking through a dormant volcano and then an active volcano.
Right, yeah, you just contact Zelda through email.
Yeah. Get back to me sometime, Zelda.
So that GP seemingly came down to that like 50-50, right? Just that first elevator you came to that had a couple of options. It had an inverted fairy room below it and then a left below that. And then I made the right turn just by going to the top of that elevator and turning right. If not for that, if someone just, went through that fairy room, who knows how much GP could have, sucked them into, it could have easily been the difference in a race like this in a 4-minute race or a 3-minute race or whatever it was.
Almost 5. Closer to 5 than 4.
Yes, still, I think that one wrong turn could have been the difference if enough rooms lay ahead.
Oh, totally.
What about Palace 6?
Yeah, I went through Palace 6 and got glove blocked and regretted life.
Same here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were kind of talking because Level went in there first and he started doing his thing, and we're like figuring out, I guess 6 is the logical choice because it's, 5 is no better and 6 is right here. They don't have Reflect. They don't want to dig out possibly dig out, a magic item. So this is a sure bet. And then, he nopes out. And I'm like, well, that's probably a wise decision. And then you, just a minute or two before, then you jump in. And you basically both spent around the same amount of time in P6 and noped out at around the same time. So that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, it wasn't too big. A Palace 6 that we were able to access just a few rooms before you realize your glove block. So, I mean, not too terribly rude.
Yeah, it was a fun race to commentate, I'd have to say. There was a little bit of back and forth, especially in the beginning. I think RCS had like an early lead, and then levelengine got a lead, and then RCS, then Level, then RCS. So I love those back and forth kind of races like that.
That's
those are very good for the viewer.
Oh yeah,
that was fun. Let's do it again tomorrow, huh?
Yep, same time.
All right, thank you, Star, and thank you, Nightcrawler. I appreciate it, and good game, Level.
Thank you for
we'll
the
see
good
you tomorrow.
Game.
All right.
GG's.
All right, have a good night,
GG.
everyone.
And Level has dropped out too, so I guess that just leaves you and me and the fans and a heartfelt goodbye to everyone, I think, right?
I think that is it for us today. Yes, we will be here at the same time tomorrow. Here on ZSR Main for Game 2 of Grand Finals. If RCS pulls out a win, that's RCS's claiming the title. If a Level pulls out a win, then we go to Game 3 to be scheduled at a later date. Let's go shoutouts to both of our runners, RCS and Level, to my Comcom Nightcrawler, and to our Checker Royale with Cheese for helping out behind the scenes. And thank you to everyone in chat for watching this fantastic Grand Finals match.
Yes, thank you.
That is it for us today here on ZSR Main. Over on ZSR2, we currently have an ALT Link to the Past Randomizer tournament match that's wrapping up fairly quickly. There are pretty much in their final dungeon and looks like they'll be done soon, so we'll find someone else to raid. I'll find someone as we outro. But in the meantime, looking at the CSR schedule, tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday, tomorrow, if you want to watch something before the Grand Finals Game 2 starts, we have the Twilight Princess 90% Tournament, Wolf Dash 3, Losers Bracket Round 4 between JD and Dean Machine, then obviously, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, we have Grand Finals Game 2. And then we've got another Twilight Princess match Wednesday, Winners Bracket Semifinals between Kejmaster and Nimzo. And that's about it for the next couple of days. Not too much going on this week, but there's likely to be a couple more Link to the Past Randomizer Challenge Cup matches at the schedule. Other than that, though, not all that much. Fairly quiet week. Just Grand Finals. We had ours today. And then we'll hope to see everyone back here tomorrow for Game 2.
Yep, we will see you there.
Yep.
You just flip that switch there, turn that knob, adjust that dial.
And alright, let's go say hi over to Travlight, who is hosting looks like is hosting a Zelda 2 West Coast race between a whole bunch of people, including but not limited to Chromaticalism. Let's see, we've got Aaron, we've got looks like we have a whole chosen here. We've got like a whole bunch of people just racing each other in the Z2. So let's go say hi to them, see how they're holding up, and yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone, and and see you here tomorrow.
I think I will go watch that. Or at least a little bit.
Yep, alright.